Alright lads, so yesterday morning we got actually a lot of news. The Resurrection, Burn the Witch rerun, which is coming out tomorrow. We've already talked about those in the past. We had a bit of information regarding the upcoming changes to Brave Battles in terms of the exchange shop and stuff like that. But for today's video, I want to more so focus on one particular change coming to the game regarding accessories. Now, for the most part, for those that don't even know in case they actually missed this doesn't affect most of us. Realistically, it's only changing the accessory banner. So tickets are not being affected, which I'm really happy I slept in because they did have an error once more. Not sure what is going on at KLab. Whoever they recently maybe hired to do these translations have been doing a bad job lately. Typos like this that are really bad have been happening quite a bit. Quite more often than usual, if I say so myself. But you can see here that originally when this post did go live, they said accessory tickets will be affected, and then they had to fix it like literally, what, 3 hours later, saying that they will not be affected by this change. So what exactly is changing? So on the 23rd of June at 8 in the morning, which I believe is when the maintenance finishes, that's our monthly maintenance for the most part, you will see here that the drop rates are getting increased by quite a bit. This is a 10 times rate increase. 0.5 lads to 5%. That is crazy. And then you go to the accessory machine draw rate. So these are like the individual ones. So this one right here is like every accessory in the game. Every 5-star, 4-star accessory. And then you go to this one. This is the one that's by attributes. So you have the heart, power, technique, speed, and mind. This one usually always had a double rate. It was 1%. And now again, it's also going to a 5% draw rate. And that right there, lads, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Now, because this doesn't unfortunately affect tickets, if it affected tickets, this would have been one of the best updates in the entire game. I can see why it doesn't affect tickets. This right here is something that you might summon on accessory banners right now. This is almost game-changing for the most part. Now, I know most people watching this video, pretty much myself included, will not be spending orbs and accessories. I still don't think it's worth it. You're still better off spending that 150 orbs on the point event when you have a full bonus character list, and then use that to, you know, farm a bunch of summon tickets, and then use those tickets to get some potential new characters and or accessories. But the thing this is why it's big, right? The first advice you would give to a new player is never, like capital never, spend orbs on the accessory banner. It's the biggest thing you can waste your orbs on in this entire game. Well, technically there's worse ways to spend orbs, but we're not here to talk about that. In this case though, spending orbs in a banner like this with a 0.5% chance or a 1% chance, you're just wasting your orbs, especially considering that the summon tickets had the exact same rate. I mean, obviously this one had a 1% pour rate, but that one's different, you know, that only recently just got added like a year or two ago, maybe a year ago. But normally the actual draw rate for an accessory, a 5-star accessory, is 0.5%. And the accessory tickets, the Bracer ones, also have 0.5%. So, like, there was never ever a reason to ever spend orbs on the accessory banner, and it was dumb. I've been saying for a while now that Caleb is a good and bad thing for us, the players. It's good that we're never really encouraged to spend orbs on accessory banner, because you have all these gacha games. I'm sure you played them in the past where you have to pull for a character, and then you have to pull for their weapon, or you have to pull for their skills. We're very fortunate in this game that you only have to get the character once, and they are perfectly fine, good to go. But sure, you could pull for dupes and stuff like that, but it's never really a requirement in any piece of content. So I do think it was nice that you were never really encouraged to spend orbs on the accessory banner, but at the same time, it was also kind of dumb, because, like, why is this here? You go to the accessory banner, right? You have a look at the banner. It's just terrible. You never want to spend orbs in here, but now that the rates are changed to 5%, boys, 5%, now it's somewhat worth summoning on this banner, or these types of banners. Now, again, I feel like the majority of players should be still spending orbs on point event to fund their tickets, but this is more so maybe more attractive for people that spend money in the game, or people that want to, like, you know, just go for that last accessory. Because I'll give you a perfect example, right? I am someone that does spend money in this game. I don't spend a lot. Like, you might think I spend a lot. I don't spend, like, super large amounts of money on this game monthly, right? I somewhat limit myself on a lot of different things, and I would never, someone that spends money in this game, I would never spend money, orbs, on a banner like this, because it just was never worth it. But now that the rates are changing, I'm thinking about it. And I think that's the reason why KLab are changing it. They're making these banners more worth it, because right now, they're in a very pitiful state. You should never spend orbs in this banner. And again, as I did mention multiple times now, most people watching this still shouldn't be spending orbs in this banner, but at least to a certain extent, it's still a step in the right direction to making these banners more worthwhile. Because I'm going to be honest with you, lads. Listen, I've been playing this game for close to, I think just hit 2,300 days, obviously with 6.5 years at this point, I still do not have a technique golden chappy. It triggers me to this day, and it's really, really annoying. And even after all the point event grinding that I do, and all the dupes and stuff like that, and the amount of times I just don't get this technique golden chappy, I'm thinking now, you know what? If I have a couple orbs to spare, I might drop a multi on this banner. Maybe a few multis a month, just because I spend money on this game. I can't afford to do that, because now instead of having like a 0.1% chance, I believe the overall chance to get a accessory, like if you pull on the attribute banners like this, you now have like a 0.62% chance. I can't really remember the exact number, but it is on your screen right now. That's a pretty good increase. Like, that's a pretty good increase. And I think now, for someone like me, it's not the worst idea to spend orbs on the accessory banner, and that's the whole point of this change. It's not to get the free-to-play players to spend orbs on this, it's more so to get people like myself, I guess, that I do spend money in this game, but I kind of spend it smartly. I don't go on banners like this. The only people that were summoned on this banner beforehand was like the massive whales, you know? I mean, Gino did like a whole series of summoning on these banners, and it's kind of unfortunate that it's taken them this long now, because, you know, if they made this change a couple years ago, that would have been great for a lot of people, but now they're changing it for the better, and at the same time, hopefully, this is, you know, big asterisk, this isn't confirmed. Hopefully this can mean a good thing for potential free multis, because what we have seen on Discord, Caleb are aware that the pull rate to get 5 stars, or how rare these 5-star accessories are. Now keep in mind, most of these accessories are never needed. Technically the only one that you actually somewhat need is golden chappies, mainly just for PvP or brave battles. You can live without all of these accessories. Even golden chappies you can somewhat be fine out of, but again, in brave battles, having a golden chappy is more ideal, because you do get significantly more stats, which I guess is another good thing about Bleach Brave Souls. You don't really need to get these 5-star accessories, right? It's just going to be better if you do have them. So yeah, Caleb are aware that these accessories are quite rare, rarer than they technically should be, and that's why they did mention on the Discord that they are going to be making more ways to potentially get your hands on these accessories, and now we're kind of starting to see that. They did mention we are going to be getting free multis. They've increased the draw rate on the actual banner, making it somewhat worthwhile summoning, and that's the big question right now, right? When we do potentially get those free multis in the future, are we going to have a 0.5% chance? Is it going to keep that 0.5% chance? Or is it going to be a 5% chance? Because if it is on a free multi, and let's say we get potentially 10 of them, that would actually be really cool. And it would definitely be a quality of life that a lot of us, those that aren't planning to spend orbs on a banner like this, would definitely appreciate. And that's what I'm really hoping the case to be. Now, do keep in mind, again, they could go down the route of just giving us 0.5% rates, because that's what they kind of do. But then again, things are different now, because on the character banner, the normal base draw rate on banners like this is 3%. Right, that's the premium rate for the most part. Banners like this, even though they don't say it anymore, are now doubled rate, right? Technically, 6% chance to get a 5-star. When it comes to these banners, it's not double rate now. It's like the base drop rate is going to be 5%. So this here isn't going to say double chance anymore. They're all just going to have a 5% base drop rate. So since 5% should be the base drop rate, that should technically mean that when we do get free multis, it should be 5%. And if that is, that's going to be great, because 5% is significantly better than 0.5%. And yeah, again, I think this is a pretty good change to the game. Of course, I would have loved if the accessory tickets rates changed, and I can understand why Caleb didn't go down the route of, you know, changing accessory tickets to be 5%, because that would be quite OP. I think it definitely would have been great. I would have loved if they did do that, but I can understand why they didn't. So with that said, lads, that was the video for today, just talking about this new update coming out on the 23rd of June. Again, it's a pretty good change in my opinion, but it's only really affecting players like myself, or people that want to spend orbs, or maybe you're just missing that one last accessory, because I'm getting annoyed spending all these orbs in the point event. Like, sure, I'm getting some new characters too. I am getting gold accessories and stuff like that, but, you know, I just want to get that final golden chappy so I can be done hunting for accessories, and this might be one of the ways to do it. I might do maybe 2 multis a month, maybe 1 multi a month, right? You get 5 orbs every single day in 1 month. That's 150 orbs. Maybe I'll use my dailies over the course of a month to spend on the accessory banner, and maybe eventually I might finally get that technique golden chappy that I've been basically hunting for the last 6.5 years. So with that said, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.